guys, welcome back to Adventures with the Romance Author, me. And today we're going to learn how to use transfers, printed transfers on polymer clay. I've already rolled out the clay. It's on a plastic acrylic backer. These are just, I'll move these, a few things that I've already made. They'll be on my Etsy shop. Still working on these ones. There we go. Now, what we're going to do, I've cut the polymer clay to the size. So what we do is put it, design part down on the polymer clay. Give it a roll. So it's all adhered nicely to the clay. There we go. And now we're going to apply water and soak the back of the clay. Now, back of the clay, the back of the transfer sheet, see? So, make sure and get it nice and wet. You can use nail polish remover as well, but I don't have any on hand, so water it is. You could use either. Make sure you get it nice and wet. And then roll it again. Make sure we get a nice adherence to the clay. There we go. Now we're going to let it sit for, I'm going to give it 15 minutes and see what we have after 15 minutes. Okay, here we are, loves. Now, while it is sitting, I've let it sit for 15-20 minutes. Don't let it dry out, okay? So keep your wet cloth on it. Now, let's take a look and see what we got. It worked. Look at that. Oh, excellent. Now, it will be sticky, so don't touch it, okay? Because of whatever reaction there is between the two things. The clay and the transfer. So now we have to pick what we want to make. So I have a variety of ones out here. Haven't fully decided yet what I want to make, but we have options. There we go. We got a coffee cup. There's a big flag and a little, oh, sorry, a leaf and a little leaf. There's a fox and a hedgehog. Another shape. Another mushroom, a smaller mushroom. So this is everything I've picked from. So I don't want to like waste any of it. So I'm going to be using a good portion of all of it. Like big pieces, little pieces, trying to fit everything in so that there's no waste. So let's get to it. Okay, I went to get my tray and I've just made these. Aren't those cute? I'll do them in another video. But anyway, I'll take these off the tray so we can use this tray for our new design. Okay, so I want to make a few with this design. So we'll start there. I'm going to start right in the corner here. So we're not wasting anything. I'll push it down. And pull it up. There we go. So I'm going to make a few of these as closely as I can with not overlapping. And one more. Oh, maybe one more after that, just so we have, if it wants to be earrings, we have 2 pairs. Always, even numbers always a good idea. There. Okay. So, there we go. Looking good so far. Now what's next? Do we want to try the big mushroom? Will it fit there? Nope. Let's go up here. I'm just holding my finger over here on where there's no design, so I can pull it up. Very good. How many should I make? Let's see. Trying hard not to touch the design until after it's baked. Okay, I'm going to continue this and do the whole sheet, and I'll be right back. So here we go. Bring it up to show you. I got as much on there as I think I can get. A few came out with the cutter, and so I have them over here. They were stuck to the cutter. But now, let's transfer these over. I don't think there's any spots left to make anything else, is there? I don't know. I don't want to waste a thing. I wonder if I can make a few circles in places. Let's see. Maybe I can get a circle in there. Very good. See what I can get. I don't think the big one will work. It gets too big. But this next one down might be good enough to get something. Careful not to damage your other cuts that you've already made. Sometimes there's no space left, and sometimes it's just a couple centimeters. I like to try to use all the centimeters I can use. Even millimeters at this point. I think that might be it. Can I get one in there? Should be able to. Can I get one in there? No, that'll get the mushroom. Sometimes you can't even if you want to. Okay, so there we go. Now we got them. Now carefully, we're going to pull back. And hopefully leave our cut pieces there. So do this nice and slow. No need for speed in this department. We want to make sure we don't rip any of the ones we have made. Oh, and by the way, I used a number 1 on my spaghetti noodle maker machine for the thickness. And then I used my roller to roll it down a little, so not quite a 1. Maybe 1.5 by the time I got done with the roller. So. And then I am going to use the scrap, so no waste. I'll just mix it with a brown and make a nice tan color, because the tan will match these very nicely. So while I pick through this, I'll let you guys not have to sit here and wait for me to do it. I'll be back. Okay, loves. When I said go slow, I really meant it. That took me a good 20 minutes to pick through all that to get it out of there. So now what we're going to do is take this is the hard one, doesn't bend, and scrape them off a bit at a time to put onto your baking sheet. Okay? So go ahead and do that now, and I'll be back when they're all on the baking sheet. Okay, guys, here it is. Now, get yourself a good X-Acto knife, because I've gone through and cleaned up the sides of most of them. If you don't do it now, you're going to be sanding later, so you choose which you prefer to do. I don't like sanding, so I try to get as much as I can off and clean up the edges before they go into the oven. So now we're going to the oven for half an hour, and you'll know on each package, some say 230 for Fimo and 275 for Sculpey. So make sure and read your package. We're going to go pop these into the oven, and then I'll show you when they come out. I also want to point out that I always like to put aluminum foil over it. Some people do, some people don't. Totally up to you. Okay, loves, here we go. They just came out of the oven. Looks like they turned out great. Still a little bit of sanding to do, but not a whole lot, which is nice. Just a tiny bit. I'll come right off. Nice. And there we go. After a little sanding, they'll be ready to go. Very nice. Would have been a lot more sanding had I not trimmed it a little. Anyway, so that's how you use transfers on polymer clay. You can get them on Amazon, just about everywhere, craft stores. In the meantime, I hope you're all being kind to each other. Like, subscribe, leave me a message. I'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to see something, let me know. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.